All right, hello everybody. My name is Eric Marks with FindingMiddle-earth.com, and today I'm going to do a video that I don't normally do. I don't normally do videos about computers and like just general tech stuff, but I try to make a video out of everything that I can, and this kind of pertains to the channel because I am a Mac user. I've been an avid Mac user for pretty much my whole life. I used to even work for Apple, and I'm an Apple nut. Typically, I love their computers and the way it works with all of my photography software. But I respect and understand that there's a lot of PC users out there, and so they might be interested in this. I made my first PC purchase in years. Now, I have built desktop PCs before. I've built a few of those just in the past few years for gaming. I'm a big gamer. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that, so if you guys do game on certain games, let me know. Give me your username in the comments, depending on which games you play, and maybe we can hook up and play. But anyway, so I purchased this Lenovo computer, and I thought I would just do a little unboxing here on camera. I went ahead and got my keyboard and everything out of the way. So I purchased this, by the way, for not really for photography and video editing. However, I'm sure it's very capable in that field. I want to get back into mobile gaming. I typically am kind of everywhere, and so I just don't really have enough room or time to like take over my photography workstation with a big desktop PC. So I wanted a laptop that was capable for gaming, because I kind of go all over the place, and so I want to have something that can go with me, be it just from a different room in the house or traveling or whatever. So that I can game, and I also got it to learn Windows a lot better than I do now, because I'm actually in the middle right now of getting my A+ certification, which if you're super nerdy, you'll know what that is. But basically, I eventually want to get my CEH, which is to become a certified ethical hacker. Believe it or not, I'm really insanely nerdy, and so I am actually interested in that kind of stuff. And so in order to become as good of a ethical hacker as I want to be, I have to know Windows just as well as I know Mac. And so I figured, why not order a Windows computer? But you know me, I don't like just ordering, little things. I like doing things big, as you probably can tell by my channel so far. I like having nice equipment. If I'm going to buy equipment, you might as well buy nice stuff. If it makes sense for you. I would never buy something that doesn't make sense. But I bought a maxed out Lenovo laptop. I think it's called the Y700. It got really good reviews. The display is kind of its weakest point. It's not a 4K display or anything, which I don't really need. There's not a lot of 4K games out there that's like on the rave right now anyway. Regardless, it has a really nice display. It's anti-glare, it's IPS. But it has a 4GB graphics card, 16 gigs of RAM, and a quad-core hyper-threaded i7 processor. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out how to unbox this thing. It's definitely not like Apple products that way. It doesn't seem to be packed meticulously. However, it's much larger than all of the Apple products I've ever bought. It's like it came in this huge box. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Okay, so this cardboard box is the box for the computer. I was kind of half expecting to find another box. Okay, so the first thing I'll tell you about this, I can't remember if I mentioned this or not. This is the Lenovo Y700. It's very heavy. It's not insanely heavy, but I think this one weighed 7 pounds, 7.5 pounds, something like that. So it comes in a little sleeve here. Let me take it out. See what we got going on. Put that on the ground. So, I mean, first impressions, it's a beautiful computer. I mean, I'm actually pretty impressed with the kind of the brushed metal. It definitely feels very rigid and solid. That's one thing. It was hard to find when I was looking for PCs, to find one that looked, like it was built well. So this actually looks that way. I'm just looking it over now to make sure there's no imperfections or scratches or anything, because we all know quality control is a big issue in our world of technology these days. You never know what you'll get shipped, especially when you order online. You need to just kind of check it out and make sure everything's cool. So anyway, yeah, 16 gigs of RAM. This has a subwoofer on the bottom, and it has a JBL speaker system. So I'm told that this laptop is actually really killer for sound. So we'll open that up in a second and take a look on the inside. Let me see what else came in the box. I'm curious because I have not purchased a PC laptop in probably, I don't know, maybe 10 years or so. It's been a long time. Let's go ahead and take this stuff out. This protective coating stuff. Let's see what we got here. So I notice it does not have a disk drive built in, which is fine with me because I don't use those anyway. Here we go. Here's the main compartment. Let's go ahead and get rid of this big chunky box. It's getting on my nerves. Let's get rid of that. Let's open this up and see what Lenovo gives you here. Okay, so we have our power brick again. Decent sized when it comes to PCs. I've seen PCs with a lot larger power bricks. It's not too heavy, so something to throw in a backpack would be perfectly fine. It's compact enough for me when it comes to PC standards. What else over here? A USB cable and aha! I read about this. So this is cool. They actually give you a DVD Blu-ray drive just for free when you buy the computer, in case you do have a use for this. So that is nice, and it actually comes in the same little brushed aluminum design as the computer, so it does match the aesthetics of the computer. If you care about that, that is nice. It's very Apple-esque to do that they kind of match the accessory with the computer. So that's cool. Very just minimal. But I'll tell you something right off the bat. I don't know if you can see this. This thing picks up fingerprints like nobody's business. So it's a beautiful brushed aluminum design, but man, it picks up fingerprints like crazy. So let's go ahead and open it up. See what we got going on. Let's see, where do I... God, I feel like a total noob right now. Where do I even open this thing up at? It's like a spaceship. All right, come on. Come on, Eric, don't embarrass yourself. There we go. Okay, so I will also say it's a little, there's some fight with the screen. It is a little kind of timid to open. But when you take it out, wow, that's actually super nice. I'm impressed. I mean, overall, I'm impressed. I will say that. I don't want to drag this video on and let you just watch me, weird out over this. But it's nice. It's got a black and red design, which I love red. It's got red, these kind of like red grill speakers. It has red backlighting on the keyboard when you turn it on, which is super cool. And then your WASD keys, if you're a gamer, your WASD keys are actually kind of extra outlined in red. And when the backlighting is on, your WASD keys are extra bright. They're brighter than the rest of the keys, so it just kind of highlights that extra bit of gaming element, to kind of market the computer more towards gamers. I'm happy with this. I mean, this is nice. It's let me try out the keyboard just for kind of a feel. Okay, so I'm actually okay with the keyboard. Apple keyboards are like the best ever. My MacBook Pro has the best keyboard in the entire world. I love it. But this is actually not bad. This is nice. As far as build quality, again, I give this like a 7 or 8 out of 10, and that's really good when it comes to PC standards. Most of them are very plasticky and could just, you can kind of press it down and you see the whole computer kind of cave in. So this is really nice build quality. I definitely like that aspect. The screen is nice. There's not a huge bezel around the screen, which I love. The screen is just all 17-inch screen, which is beautiful. No big bezel that makes it, chunky and ugly. I don't know, this kind of reminds me of kind of looks like some kind of weird otherworldly spaceship. The way these designs almost looks like a jet. It's very cool, like a fighter jet. It's like very, very hard, rigid edged lines, and it's very clean cut, but kind of mean looking at the same time. I like it. Let me try the trackpad. Trackpad's got decent action. Not the best, but not bad. But for gaming, I'll be using my Razer mouse anyway, so that's not a big deal to me. Ports. Let's see, it has 2 USB 3.0 ports, HDMI port, an RJ45 port, Kensington lock, and then over here it's got a USB 2 port, headphones, a SD port, and then your charging port. So pretty much all there is, and it's got a huge vent out the back that blows out the air, and it's got extra vents on the side as well, down here on the undercarriage here. And yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. I like it. Mine has a big solid state drive in here as well, so I'm expecting it to be super quick. I'll do an update on the channel if I find something bad or good with this specifically geared towards something, but I mean, I'm just going to be using it for gaming. If I do load the Creative Cloud on it and decide to use it for photo editing, like processing in HDR or something, I'll do a screen recording and see how it kind of goes head to head against my iMac 5K. Because my iMac 5K is what I use for my workstation, and this thing has 32 gigs of RAM, a quad-core processor, a 4 gig graphics card, and a 512 SSD, plus 60 terabytes of storage in my Drobo hard drive array here. So this thing's just loaded out. And then I have a Drobo Mini, and this is a whole different video, but I have a Drobo Mini full of 4 512 SSDs just for caching the 2 Drobo servers. So I have like the ultimate setup here. So I am kind of curious to see the time differences that this would process in HDR or say a panorama versus this. That might be a fun comparison just to see. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching another video. I am impressed as far as the unboxing. I mean, it's a very nice computer. It didn't disappoint. It's everything that I read about. Got good build quality, looks nice aesthetically and everything, and I'm pleased. I think I'm going to be pleased with this purchase. It looks nice. So thank you for watching. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. If you would like to stay up to date on all of my latest photography videos and adventures, click the big subscribe button below. And if you would like to find out more about me and how to become a great photographer, visit my website at findingmiddleearth.com.